Hey, Brant.
What's crack-a-lacking, folks? What's up, baby girl? What's cracking, folks?
Oh, you know, the same old, same old. Just a lot of
Same
torture,
old
a
here.
lot of bullshit. You know how it goes.
Yep, yep. Oh, I know that only too well. Wish I didn't, but I do.
I know.
Yep.
I
What's
know.
cracking out there with you guys, man? TSOA in the house. Fuck, man. It's Wednesday night. We said we were gonna be on, so we're here, man, and we're gonna hang out with you guys for a few, man, and just kick back. And this call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded. If you like hearing the truth about corruption in CDCR and conditions of solitary confinement coming straight at you from CSP-SAC #, man. I've been here 5 years in this damn hole, man. I've been at home almost 9 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're going to talk about a few things tonight, baby girl, but we're coming straight out of solitary confinement, straight to your damn YouTube. Hit the like button and share my shit. Share it, folks. Let's get this word out on how they're abusing the taxpayer dollars and then torturing motherfuckers behind these doors and fucking not provide no real rehabilitation and reform for me or a couple of my friends.
Well, more than a couple.
So, we'll get into all that.
More than.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Damn right, more than a couple. There's a bunch of us. But so far, I think I've been in the hole the longest since we've gotten out in 2015, 2016. I've been in the hole the longest, according to what I've been told. I'm not sure, but that's just what I've been told. But yeah, man, we're hanging out here tonight. What's cracking with you, baby girl?
Oh, I'm just here doing my home thing. Give my my drawing muscle a little exercise, trying to get it back to where it was before I broke my arm, and doing my advocate thing, speaking up for you, boxing shadows right along with you. Let's see what else.
Yep.
Oh, and busy in the kitchen because I like to cook.
I know, man.
And that is very upsetting. That is very upsetting to me. You know why it's upsetting to me? Because I can cook just about anything, and I can't let you have any of it. And that's just wrong.
I know, man.
After that Thanksgiving dinner they gave you, I am mad.
I wouldn't even feed that to a dog.
I don't think a dog would eat it.
The dog, Baxter wouldn't even eat that. He'd look at me, or he would look at you and be like, "What the fuck are you thinking about?"
I know.
He'd probably bite a motherfucker.
Excuse me. He don't
So,
want none of that.
The food torture is the worst ever, man. And it is real. Like, 5 days in a row went by. I think I said it in the last video. I'm not too sure if I did or not, but 5 days in a row where they gave us the soybean or pea protein crap at least once a day. And I know for like 3 of them days out of 5, we got it both times, breakfast and dinner. And I couldn't eat none of it. That's how, God, man, I don't know what they're doing. Like if they got a huge fucking surplus of it at a big discount, but they're overcharging and, I don't know, man. It is just, it's horrible.
Well, I recommend our listeners go and check out CDCR's little video about how they did this little buffet banquet for all the suits to try this stuff, and how they talk about it and how they made it real nice and put all these seasonings in it. So like, oh, it's just like meat, blah blah blah. And I know how they're giving it to you guys. Straight out of the
Yeah,
tube,
we're not.
rinsed down with hot water and left to rot. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah, we're not getting it. Yeah, no, you're right, 100%. You got that right on the point right there, man. We're definitely not getting none of what they were being served. See, like you guys got to remember, babe. Every time chow comes, you get the sergeant's tray, and the sergeant's tray, the sergeant's supposed to eat the meal, one meal. So the morning sergeant is supposed to eat a breakfast meal, and the dinner sergeant, evening sergeant is supposed to eat a dinner meal.
What, for quality
And
control?
the sergeant's tray. Yeah, yeah. He's supposed to test it and check it out and report back, but his tray is always special,
Of course
and
it
that's
is.
why it's called the sergeant's tray.
Of course it is.
Give him the tray that I get. They could have gave him the tray I got tonight, and he would have been like, "Oh no bueno."
Well, you should put that in a 602.
Well,
Outlaw's checking in. He says, hey, Sheffy to me and Team TSA. Hey, Outlaw, how you doing?
What's up, Outlaw? I send mine to you, brother. I hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well out there, man. Yep, we're just hanging out on Wednesday night, chilling like a villain, Fucking, so there's been a few things that have popped up since our last little video we did. I know I have this source, and I won't say nothing else, but he's a source of mine on the inside of them, and he told me that Belisario, the California model, counselor or
activities coordinator, I believe. She's like the big dog in that game.
So I guess, right. So I guess Belisario's going around telling them that they're going to be starting a California model on the GP. And I call bullshit. And so did my source. He said that is a fake. That's fake.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And he don't believe it, and it's geared and targeted towards the SNY population, not GP. So, but that's what their coordinator's going around saying it to them.
She saw our last video.
Only time will tell. yeah, since our last video, he or she, whoever the fuck it is going around telling staff and some of the higher management is going around saying it that they're going to start the California model on GP yards really soon. But like I said, man, I don't believe shit till I see it. I don't believe it.
Well, it's worked so well so far. I mean, heck, people are walking out during court appointments. Come on.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Well, I'm rooting for that guy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm rooting for that guy. Stay gone, dude. Don't let him catch you, homeboy. Fucking get that damn murder, Jack.
Well, our friend advocate sent me a video of this situation where dude ran away, and of course it's on TikTok, and of course I can't play it until I download it. So now I'm gonna have to download TikTok. And the more I get into this, the more I hate it. I just wish that social media was 1981 again. Remember those days?
Well, yeah, I do remember these days, man. But that type of stuff is very rare. I don't care how much people talk about it. But number one, they walk off all the time, right? they'll walk off all the time and go get some pussy and come right back, or get busted at the homeboy's house doing a shot of dope. And they turn a 16-month bid into a 10-year bid. And
Well, that's stupid.
They're just dumb. They're dumb. A number 4 motherfucker, like what we heard on the news, and that's a fucking rare thing right there, man. I mean, I've been down 30 years. I've never heard of a level 4 getting away like that. Never. Ever. The last one I know for a fact that got away was like 1984 in some fucking sewer systems at Old Folsom, or some shit like that. I don't really want to get into it because then they'll fucking
Wait a minute,
shit.
wait a minute, honey. How about this? Now, why don't you tell the people how they suit you up and prepare you for transport, and compared to what we heard about how this guy was set up.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you. Again, if you read Nate Gartrell's article about Bobby Stockton testifying for Ronnie and the fellas in trial, and how Bobby Stockton could barely raise his right hand to take the oath. Because he was chained up so much that he couldn't even get his right hand up in the air, and it was that bad. So, they put these chains around our waist, the handcuffs, and a big old thick black box around his cuffs. And it locks it in place, and you can't get to the keyholes and all this crap. And then they shackle you at your feet, and you're secure, man. So, no. Thank you. It's a rare thing, like I said, man. And I went to court one time, and that damn black box was so tight, my wrist got cut. And the judge was tripping on it, told him to get him the fuck out of here, he's bleeding. And she was mad that CDCR did that to me. You're not supposed to be sadistic like that. And, that's...
You have 60 seconds remaining.
That's malicious and sadistic for the sole purpose of causing harm. And, they're not supposed to do that. Sure, there's a way to secure a motherfucker, but you're not supposed to put that shit on motherfucker so tight that it cuts into him. And then if you say something, they're like, oh, well, you're not going because you're refusing. No, dude. Because now you're going to have a problem. A big problem. Let me call back.
All right, folks. So I did not see the video yet, but I had it described to me, and supposedly this fellow was going to county court, and he had no shackles, and I guess no waist chains. I'm not sure if he even was handcuffed properly, but he literally ran away. And this cop that tried to chase him was no match. Meanwhile, normally they would be shackled, belly chained, possibly chained together. Probably not, because he was level 4. In cages. So I don't know how this guy could have possibly gotten away if he were, laced up proper, I guess would be the term.
Well, I don't know, but I'm rooting for the guy. I tell you that, man. I really am. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like a month ago, when that black dude in Las Vegas ran and he jumped over and tried to beat the judge up, and he got his hands on her. I'm not with touching women, right? That's not cool. But every convict, every real convict in the United States has seen that. It was like, ha ha, that's right. You got all for one for the team, man. Because it's like, again, I don't promote violence, but you know what? That was hilarious.
Well, he never actually touched her either. He didn't actually touch her.
Well, he was like wait a minute, man. He was like a motherfucking super spider monkey just flying over that damn judge's bench, boy. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life.
And he was a big old dude too. It wasn't like some little scrawny thing.
Yeah, man. He wasn't no little dude, man. He was like, that dude had jumpers on his, man. That shit was hilarious. But with this new thing we are hearing on the news, that guy getting in the way, hey man, get on, dude. Keep running. Fuck turning yourself in, because you know what happens, dude. And you're going right back. Fuck that. You
Everything's so crazy.
For your life.
Everything's so crazy.
Run for your life. Yeah. I don't know. It's not too often a level 4 gets away like that. Ever. It's not. It is not like that, man. And the way they do us with these damn cuffs and these black boxes is torturous. It's fucking torturous. Like, I've got scars on my wrist for that black box. And I've bled a few times on that damn thing, man, and it's not okay. That's not okay. And then I was hearing, like, the reactions and what should happen behind. Hey, man, you don't punish everybody for the action of one. And then if you do, well, you want to piss off a whole bunch of lifers on a GP level 4, good luck. Good luck with that one, partner. See how that works out for your staff. You don't want to make a hostile situation. I guarantee you that.
Well,
that's an isolated incident, and it's an isolated incident. Keep it isolated. I didn't have nothing to do with it. None of my friends had nothing to do with none of that. So don't come fucking pissing in my Cheerios for the action of another.
Right.
Right, baby girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah. Anyways, fucking I was talking with a sergeant yesterday, or was it yesterday? I think it was. Yeah. And he was telling us about a few of us on the yard in them dog cages, dog kennels, that NDS, non-disciplinary, and ad sex should be given everything that the mainliners get on a mainline. So mainline camp, commissary, contact visits, everything the mainliners get, NDS are supposed to get in solitary confinement.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
When we're being held by no fault of our own in the home. And, for some reason, this prison right here does its own thing.
Didn't you 602 that a couple years ago, even?
I did. We did do that. And, they denied it all the way up to SAC. Again, 602s are nothing but cover-ups. They cover it all the way up. They don't do nothing. That's why some men are starting to feel like, well, we got nothing to lose. Okay, you don't give us what the Title 15 says we got coming. You find ways around it. You lie about it. Not only do you lie about it, you cover up your actions to circumvent it. And then, we 602 it, and you hide it, and it goes all the way up the chain, and it's denied, Pat. I got your back. They got your back. Your homeboy's got his back, and it's just, that's how they do it. And so a lot of us are getting sick of it. a lot of us are getting sick of it. And I tell you this, they better change this. They better change this. You know, it's not going to be cool, man. It's not cool as it is. And yeah, it's not good.
Well, it seems to me, from standing on the outside, like, you know, they're slowly applying pressure. They're turning the heat up on the frog in the pot.
Right. You're damn right they are. And but what I believe they're trying to do is force our hand.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to force our hand. And it's Sacramento headquarters that's doing it. And then you got some of these cops that are dirtbags. Not all, trust me, not all of them. Some are decent guys that just do their job and go home. But they're being forced to implement Sacramento's policies. And then, you know, you get a guy like me and my friends who are here year after year, month after month, and we're being lied to. They're telling some of us, oh, you're going to the main line as a pacifier. You know, it's smoke and mirrors to keep people calm. It's a pacifier, and we already know all this. We already know it's fake. We already know they're full of shit. But if they wasn't full of shit, they would actually give us everything we would get as if we were on CR main line, including contact visits with, you know, with you, my mom, or whatever, right?
Edible food,
and,
maybe.
Edible food. I mean, everything GP gets, I would get right here in this fucking box. My co-defendants would get the same, but they're not doing it. You know, and NDS is Salinas Valley, in that ADSEG, they got everything but contact visits. They didn't do it there, but they did get the NDS guys out of that hole really fast. They honored the lawsuit. They got them out of there within 21 to 30 days, fast. And, you know, got them onto their program, you know. Because it's not our fault that we're in the hole, it's their fault. You know, or some snitch saying, oh, he's this, he might have trouble, he might be in trouble, he might have some problems. That's all it takes. Boom, you're gone. And by no fault, like my old neighbor spent 14 months in the hole for a snitch that proved to be unreliable after 14 months. 14 months, he spent in the hole for nothing.
That is crazy.
Right. So if they were really sincere about rehabilitation and reform for everybody, then that's what they would do. They would make it like the main line, even though you're non-disciplinary status and you're in the hole, you would get all GP commissary, you would get all GP packages, GP visits, you know, one day out of a week is, I think, one day out of a week they could, you know, put us in shackles or something, or they could figure it out if they wanted to. But it doesn't suit their agenda, so therefore they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And I tell you this, it better change real soon. It better change real soon. Because there's a lot of people getting sick of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men getting tired of it, man. And then, when it gets serious, the cops are going to start crying. Oh, why? Well, you know, shit happens, partner. Shit happens, buddy.
It's kind of like the way that guy was telling you when you were asking, well, what happened to your buddy when it first happened? He's like, well, you know. Well, it's like, they have this thing all figured out, so they know.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
Right.
They know that they're promoting this kind of hostile environment.
Right. So, like, again, and I'll girl, everybody who's listening, when I violate rules and policy and law, I get in trouble. I get charged. I get shoe terms. I get privilege taken from me.
Yeah, then when you
When
don't.
they violate the law, the policy, when they violate the law, policy, and rules, they don't get nothing. Nothing happens to them. Nothing. And then they cover it up. And then I get so to it, based on the merits and the policy and all that, they cover it up. They lie, cover it up, lie, cover it up, lie. So when you put a motherfucking man in the corner and he got nothing to lose, good luck.
Oh.
Good luck. Good luck with that. You know, because it's getting real fucking ugly, man. We're sick of it. People are getting sick of it all over the prison system, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing that by the cops. Man. True or not, I don't know. But I can tell the vibe around this motherfucker. And I know I'm sick of it.
Right.
I know that for a fact. You know? So we got any questions or comments, baby girl, on there?
I've been pretty quiet. Has anybody got anything they'd like to interject or ask, or are you curious about stuff?
Shoot it.
Go ahead and
shoot it.
And let us know what's going on with you.
Now, where's Tim K, man? Where you at, Tim K?
Yeah, Tim,
I hope you're well, buddy. We miss you, man. We send our best to you, man. I hope you're well, man. Get at me, bro, because I'm kind of concerned. Ken, I send mine. Stowe, you know, we send ours, brother. Ken, brother, I send mine. Outlaw, you guys know that, man. And thank you guys for joining. Allison, thank you for your words.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Anybody King Kong, yeah. Go on, dear. Just go on. Just go on. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like I said, man, if they were serious about keeping motherfuckers calm and rehab and reform, they'd give us what we got coming, man. They would stop lying. They would stop covering up. They would stop bullshitting the public. But they're never going to do that. They're never going to do that.
No, bullshitting the public's their favorite game.
The hypocrisy is real. Yeah? The hypocrisy is real. Now imagine, like on our short video, folks, imagine, and I want you to think about this for a minute. Imagine you're in a concrete box for 9 years. You haven't touched another human for 9 years. You know, you go to a dog kennel cage for a yard that's 18 or 19 feet long by 8 feet wide.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
That's your yard, and you go there solo. Let me call back.
Yep. It has not been pretty. No, sorry, Bobby. If you're listening in and you're a first timer or whatever, and you're just lurking around, I highly suggest that you want the truth. Go visit a prison. Don't know how to visit a prison? Get you a prison pal. Sounds scary? Imagine being stuck in one of those.
Thank you for using Global Kill Link.
Okay. Mr. UFO 777, he says, "Hey there, good evening, happy holidays, everyone." It's thank you.
All right, Mr. UFO, thank you. Likewise, we send our best to you, man. Thanks for joining the conversation, because it's real corruption in CDCR, my friend. So, imagine this: in a box, 9 years. You come out to go to the yard. You're in another cage. And that's your life for 9 years. And, you know, when I'm fortunate, I get a visit from my wife, or I get a visit from my mother. You know, it's behind glass, hour and a half. And so imagine that's the only rehabilitation I got right there, seeing my wife and my mom. So just think about that, man. That is all you got. And then, I mean, that's rehab, you know, reform. And then after 9 years, that fucking Ron Broomfield, you go to this DRD hearing, and he fucking just yanks it from you. He yanks your only positive outlet you got. And he says, well, you know what? Fuck you. You're going further away from your people. And I don't give a fuck about them nor you. And that's how that's going to be. So you make a shitty situation even more shittier. And, you know, and they call that rehabilitation. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Well, how is that rehabilitation?
Right,
I don't understand. I don't understand how they can selectively choose who gets to do the work to get them home and who doesn't based on whether you're a dropout or that you I mean it seems that you said that there's no rehabilitation on the GP yards. How is that? How is that?
Well, on some lower levels, there is, right? Some lower levels, there is. You know, they do got some programming on level 4 yards, right? NA, AA, anger management. But you got to be classified as closed D or medium A custody. Like I said,
Wait a minute,
come out of myself, Selena.
Those are the most basic and you know bottom rung Maslowian needs of a prisoner. Why wouldn't that be like mandatory and not, you know, a privilege?
Right. And I mean, I don't get it either, baby girl. And then, like, it's even worse when you're in the hole because you don't get none of that. You don't get none of that. None of it. And then you take the milestone classes and courses, they cut 12 into 6 because of their budget cuts, but it's cutting the prisoner shit. And, I mean, it's just a fucked up system from top to bottom. You know, so, but imagine, like I said, the only forms of rehabilitation and reform I did have,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Well,
imagine one swooping decision.
Imagine,
you know,
honey, imagine if you would, if everybody in there, no matter what their rank of risk is, had a job, had a responsibility that they actually enjoyed and took some kind of personal pride in.
Yeah.
Why isn't that happening?
Right.
Why is that not even like the concept that the Norway model actually is?
Because it doesn't suit their agenda for GP prisoners.
No, why are
that only suits their agenda on SNY?
Why are we the public allowing this? Why are we the public allowing this to continue?
Right.
You know?
Well, that's why we're doing these videos to wake the public up. We're trying to educate the public by doing these videos, man. You know? That's why we do this, baby girl, to educate the public, and hopefully the public will stop allowing it and start demanding change and start demanding answers, because you guys got a right to have answers.
Well, especially since
You know,
we're
it's like,
footing the bill 100%.
yeah, you guys are footing the bill. You're paying their wages. Like, it's just fucking disgusting that they're allowed to do this. And the only prisoners they're helping is the SNY snitch tubers and the snitches and shit. You know, and them dudes don't use it; they abuse it, right? They don't do nothing with it. They'll go to a course and they come back and gas a cop or show a female cop their weenie. It's fucking disgusting, man.
Yeah, but that's not all of them either. I mean, we can't generalize it at all. And this is what they're doing. They're generalizing people like you as being unfit to develop into a member of society.
Well, look, that's something you say there, right? But that segues my next topic here, right?
Okay.
Where, you know, we've been reading a lot of these things in the Title 15, and you know, they've altered the Title 15 a little bit, and you know, but I have their memos on my tablet, some of the last year memos on my tablet. And these visiting memos and their programming memos, they say that CDCR recognizes visitation is most important way to build and maintain strong family and community ties. And CDCR recognizes it is a powerful aid and tool in rehabilitation of a prisoner. And CDCR is fully committed to strengthening these bonds between incarcerated people and families and communities. Now, how is that for me? Right?
But that's
what Ron Broomfield did in one sweeping decision before I even came in there to my hearing. They already knew it. How is any of that geared like that's all bullshit for me? And that's only for SNYs or maybe a couple GP. I don't know. But for me, that's non-existent no more. And yeah, I'm still here at CSP-SAC. I don't know for how long. I don't know when, what, why, or where. I don't know. But I know the ultimate decision that he made. And I still have yet to get my final copies of the report back from DRB. And they're in violation of my due process right now. Because I went October 11th. They had till November 10th to give it to me, 30 days. They didn't. They violated it already. They're almost 2 months into it. And so, but on a due process violation, on their end, nothing ever happens. They don't give a fuck. They'll pull up. Here's your report. Yeah, we're 10 days late. Oh well, sue us. Have a good day. And that's all that happens. But yet, if I was the one violating it, I'd be in trouble.
But isn't it strange, though, that Ron Broomfield decided to resign since he made this call?
Right, he resigned, right. And it he screwed me on his way out, right? Screwed me, you, and my mother on the way out.
Maybe he wasn't on his way out until we bombed him with our opinions. And that makes me feel
I'm assuming,
you know, the more that we speak up, the more we speak up as taxpayers and that we're watching and we're seeing what we're doing, they're going to try to pull up their pants or at least run away.
Right. Well, I'd like to think that's because y'all sending letters on my behalf and my family's behalf, my baby girl, all of you guys, man, whoever sent letters, man, or emails, I appreciate it, man, and much love and respect to all you people, man. But, so, you know, that's their wording on some of these memos, folks, like about their visiting transfers. I'm supposed to be within 100 miles of my family, right? And if space is available. But yet, there's available space, and yet they don't want to. You know, it's another bullshit violation. So, I got a bunch of memos on my tablet, right? And a lot of them say the same thing. CDCR is fully committed to the strengthening bonds between incarcerated people and families. And, I mean, how is that? You know, how? Explain that. That is bullshit to me. You know? Mm-hmm. That is bullshit to me. Mm-hmm. So, then, we have a new warden here at CSP-SAC. His name is Jason Schultz. Now, I don't know the guy. I don't know him, and I'm not going to start fucking going up his ass. I won't do that. You don't got to give the guy a chance. You know, he just got into his new role, and so, you know, do your thing, dude, but let's see what you do. Let's see how you do this, and let's see what you do. Well, on Thanksgiving, he came out with a new memo, you know, introducing himself, and he's happy and proud to be taken over, and he wants to make, he said he wants to, his goal is to build a culture of...
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
His goal is to build a culture of peace and hope. Peace and hope for every incarcerated person. How? How is that? Number one. Okay, number two, when are you going to do that? Right? So, because we're not seeing none of it. We're not, in fact, it's pretty fucked up, as we said. It's still the same. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, I can start with the
groceries. And then he goes on to say, right. Then he goes on to say, for those of you who are on the right path, keep going, and we commend you.
What is
you
that
are
supposed
building
to mean?
something better. You are building something better for you and your family. How am I building something better for me and my family when you keep me in solitary confinement for 9 years in a concrete box in a dog kennel cage, and then your boss in Sacramento, with one swoop of the pen, takes the only rehabilitation I got? How is that building something better for motherfucking Brant Daniel? How's that? It's not. It's not. You know, it's just their hollow rhetoric.
But you're not the only one either, right? I mean, there's other guys in there that are getting the same raw deal.
Oh, yeah, a lot of us are getting the raw deal. A lot of us. Absolutely. But, I mean, I'm starting with myself, you know, because you know, I mean, I don't know whose deal is getting what, right? I know my deal. You know, I don't know, like my co-defendants, I know their deal.
I'm sure if you were on the fucking yard, I'm sure if you were on the yard getting all your needs met, you wouldn't be here pointing out. Pointing out there's people not getting their needs met. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Let me call back.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Hi, Lori from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I can't wait to tell Brant that we got Nova Scotia, Canada in the house. Yes, that is me, Mrs. D. Brant doesn't have access to a cell phone, so I have to read him what's being said in the chat. And I sometimes don't always get to it because we've gone so far from the topic at hand, and we don't get a chance. And he has to call in every 15 minutes because they cut the call off every 15 minutes. And that's just how it works. Okay. Looks like he's having to dial. Okay.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
So just before you go
All right,
on,
I'm back.
just we got Nova Scotia, Canada in the chat, Mr. UFO
Nova
777.
Scotia, Canada. Oh shit, I'm in Nova Scotia in Canada. Holy shit. What's up, Nova Scotia and Canada? I send my best up here, man. Thanks for joining the chat, man. Share my shit and like it. Share it, like it.
Oh yeah, no,
subscribe.
they already liked and subscribed. Thank you so very much. We love having you here with us.
Hell yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah, man, we talk about corruption of the California prison system and conditions of the solitary confinement over here. You know, that's what we talk about on this channel. A few other little topics, but the majority is that. So I want to tell y'all this. People that know the Green Wall existed right back in the days, and they still do exist. Again, it's a culture. It's a culture of cops and how they are, and you know what they're about. People that there's a lot of people that know about it, but they won't talk about it on their things or on their YouTube or whatever. Well, because they are it. They are it. They hide it. They enable it. They cover it up. And if anyone denies Green Wall is, they're protecting them like Fight Club. The number one rule for Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club because it don't exist. And that's what they're about. That's what the Green Wall is about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Brant Vodka would know back in days when they were around, it was something different. And they were brazen with it, boisterous, obnoxious with it, flamboyant. Well, they got in trouble, and it pushed it underground. It pushed it silent. It pushed it. They don't talk about it. So, but the culture still exists. And if you're hiding it or covering it up, hey, you're part of it, and I'm sure you are, and talk about the Green Wall, expose the Green Wall, and because, that's the biggest gang in California in the prison system, the Green Wall. That is the biggest gang in prison with badges, and hey, they're dirtier than worse. They're dirtier than anybody I've ever seen, man. And but yeah, the Green Wall, it is a culture, and it's still around. It's still prevalent. It's a silent prevalence, though, and they know who they are, and they know how to cover shit up. They plant weapons. They manipulate 115s and cop. See, the big thing in prison, folks, is confidential information. Okay, they'll, if you have an issue with a cop, or you 602 this, or you do that, next thing you know, you got 7 confidential memos in your file that wasn't there last week. And these memos now are untestable. We can't test them because the Ninth Circuit took that. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, they took that power from the Northern District Court, Claudia Wilkins, in testing the reliability of confidential information. So confidential information is worse than 115s because 115 you got due process. You can file 602 it, and then take it to court, and you can expose it. Confidential is something. It's a ghost. You can't fight a ghost. A cop will say an inmate over here, inmate blank said inmate Joe Blow may have a problem if he hits the yard. Well, they take that and run with it as legit. Then they'll go and stir it up and try to get other people to propagate that and make more confidential information 1030s.
Okay. How about this? The fact that they're saying that you might have a threat, doesn't that make them the threat? I mean, in a logical thinking mind, somebody who said, yeah, he might have problems here, that to me sounds like that person's threatening you, not that.
Right. Well,
so why is
like
it?
Me and my friend Ronnie saying, if they're scared, take them off the yard. Don't, if there's people are scared, well, you take them off. Don't take us off. Put us on the yard. Put us on.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Put us on any yard. We'll go to any yard. Put us on the yard. Give us a shot to stop use. See, that's what Greenwald does, baby girl. And a lot of IGI and ISU is Greenwald. And they're cultured like that. Some of them don't even know it. That's what they're trained to do. They're trained that way, but the training it derives from Greenwald. It derives from this.
Well, like you said, it's a culture. You said it's a culture.
Right.
And
it's a culture. And, back in the days, they called them knuckle draggers and shit, and they are. But a lot of, like in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, cops don't get in your business, right? They don't go around politicking with prisoners. They don't go around playing prison politics. They just didn't do it. Because, they didn't want to get hurt. Now they're so brazen and so obnoxious, they think it's a cool. You cannot be a gangster and a cop. It don't work that way. You're not cool. It don't work that way. So, but, that's just my take on the Greenwald, man. And, they're the ones that manipulate the confidential information. They're the ones that do all that. This shit, my friend Ronnie, when he got slammed.
Didn't you tell me that there was a cop when you first got there that was trying to tell you who's who in the unit?
Yeah. This cop, this IGI, black patch, IGI, that's what we call IGI squad, black patch, ISU, same shit. Whatever, tomato. But he tried to come up first day, second day I was here, and I'm burning out from the ride from Corcoran. I was 4 hour ride, whatever. And I didn't get to my cell until like midnight. And then he come in the morning time at 7 and try to tell me who's good and who's not good. What white dude scrap, what Mexican owed, what white guy owed the Mexican, or who's good, who's in trouble, who's on investigative status, and it was bizarre, man. And I know Ronnie's not with that type of shit. You're not going to fucking come to me and tell me nothing about my people.
That's crazy.
I told him, I told him, you're a fucking pig, dude. Get the fuck off my door, you fucking weirdo.
That's so crazy.
You're a fucking weirdo. So think of that, baby girl. You got this guy, and he felt like it was cool. And he was that brazen to come tell me.
Makes no sense.
Who was who? He gave me a rundown on who was who.
It's like you telling them which cops are like with it and which ones aren't.
Right. So, that's the type of shit that Greenwald does, man.
That's crazy.
And it's just bizarre. I couldn't believe it, man. So, anyone denies that Greenwald was around or is around and the culture's still not, culture's over with, is bullshit. It is bullshit. But check this out. This is kind of important here. So I was reading the Title 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered the language of the RCGP program for safety concerns being spliced in to the PHU unit down there in Corcoran. So that language was adopted into the PHU. The RCGP language is adopted. It's spliced in there and it's morphed in there. If you don't know it, I'm telling you, whoever hears me is, whoever hears this, and you're out on the GPR or wherever you're at, look at that PHU language. That is the same exact language as the RCGP language now. Safety concerns, may have safety concerns, notoriety of any kind. Oh man, so what they did was they shut the RCGP down for the public's perception, for the optics.
Mm-hmm.
And then they morphed it into the PHU lane, into the PHU section. You gotta look at it. It's the same fucking language, the same exact language on the RCG program and the PHU housing. And I mean, it really is. And I kind of was like, whoa! I just caught it by surprise today. I was reading through it. And I seen it, and I'm like, that's the same language. So I pulled out the Asper settlement in RCGP language, and the fucking thing is identical, man. And that's what they do. So this is how they did this. Okay, we won't validate prisoners no more and stick you in the shoe indeterminately for life in solitary confinement no more. You guys are right. We won't do that. Okay, on the back button.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But behind the curtain, they're secretly despising it. They're secretly pissed. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it. Because they got exposed on the hunger strikes. They got exposed in a big way. You know, for their dumb shit, their hypocrisy. Well, so they find other ways that keeps a man in a box in solitary of some sort, of another. And all they did was, okay, well, we won't say we won't validate you and give you indeterminate shoe status. But we're going to say you got safety concerns based on 3 snitches that you can't even contest or fight because they probably don't exist.
So
that, my friend,
the concern is not. The concern's completely fabricated. There is no concern.
Right.
But they want it to be a concern.
On the Asper settlement,
because maybe they're the threat.
Right. And then on the Asper settlement, they promised to stop making several confidential memorandums out of one rat. Like I said many times, they made one guy that ratted on me into 6 1030 memorandums. One rat, they made 6 fucking confidential memorandums on me out of one. And I know who it is, and I know the dude. I know when he locked up, and I know it's him 100% because he told me after he locked up what he said, part of it.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
My friend that's up at the bay, him and I, we talked to the guy after, and the guy told us what he told IGI about us, and it's all right there. But there's 6 individual documents, and that's how they promised not to do this no more under Asper, but they are. Let me call back.
Yeah, he'll be back here in a second. Yeah, King Kong, we don't have enough followers to get any kind of money action going. It's not really our concern either. We just want to get heard. So if you wanna contribute some way, share our shit. How come he ain't famous? How come he ain't sharing our shit? Oh, and that's my dog making all those gross noises over there. I'm sorry. He's old. He's a good boy. Thank you. I have a little website with some paintings and drawings on it. There's a link to it somewhere, and probably the video. That's um, my interview. Eventually, thank you. Brant King Kong stopped by, and he's sorry that we don't have a super chat that he can send to. And
King Kong, I said mine. Hope you're well over there down under.
and
Yeah, we send ours, man. We send ours.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
Then we also had Rise COVID Warrior 77 said, "What's up from New Brunswick, Canada?" So we got a couple Canadians in the house and in Australia. We love it when people from around the world come in contact with us.
Hey, man, it's a trip, baby girl, because, I've never been out of California. And, I take that back. I went to Reno, Nevada once, and then I got shot at High Desert, and I went to Reno, Nevada again on an airplane. I was life-flighted. But, yeah, that's cool, man. We sing our best up here in Canada, man. Thanks, you guys, for joining our show, man, and listening to the real shit about the corruption in CDCR. But, yeah, I was just thinking about that, baby girl. Only 2 times I ever been on an airplane is life-flights. One's when they shot me with the Mini 14, and the second time is when my back. I woke up, my foot was dead, and I had foot drop.
You went to Oregon for that. You went to Oregon.
Yeah, so I did. So I have been out of California, but for medical emergencies, really. That's it. I didn't get to go enjoy it.
I'm a little more worldly than that, but
I know. Well, thank God. Thank goodness. Because then you can help me learn. You can take me wherever and show me the good life when I come home, right?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I don't know. With world events these days, I'm a little bit paranoid of going anywhere. It's just not.
Yeah, I don't blame you, baby girl. I'm
not as much fun as it used to be.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, the systematic failures, folks, of this shit in prison in California CDCR they're huge. They're huge. And when you look at everything they do, and that's what when it comes to the lawsuits, and that the only thing they recognize are them lawsuits until they can somehow get them overturned or whatever. It's their show. And then they don't understand, or they try to be like, well, when a motherfucker lashes out or he gets a little upset, they don't, they're like, oh man, well why? Well you know why. So I was gonna say something earlier, like what they did to my partner Ronnie. Here's a guy that's been around for decades and decades and decades, never had a problem with a cop, really, right? Never had a beef with them dudes, and he's respectful, and does his time his way, and quiet, and we just a couple of OGs, man, doing our time, and you get some fucking bonehead cop, gray wall, fucking pissed off because he filed that lawsuit, and they want to dip him. By his handcuffed behind his back, trying to power drive his face into the concrete, break his jaw back, blow his eardrum. take his teeth, blow his teeth out his mouth, all that, and then ride him a 115. Now, to me, that 115 is just.
Well, I think they did the same.
Damn, man.
They did the same thing to you when you first got there. Remember?
Yeah, but they didn't slam me like that.
No, they didn't slam you like that because you were already pretty physically fucked up, and they were probably scared to break you.
Right.
But you know they wanted to. I mean, come on, look at what they're doing.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, they wanted to. You damn right, they still want to. You ought to see these motherfuckers, man. They were like spooked the fuck up from me. But hey, they did that. Their bosses did that. Their bosses are the ones. Their bosses are the ones that did that. Their bosses are the ones that fucking lied about my rehabilitation and said, well, we're all about rehabilitation, but we're going to take Scooch's fucking what visits he does get from his mom and his wife. We're going to make it worse. Fuck him. We're going to break him. That's how they want to do it. That's how they want to do it. Don't ever break him. I'll never break.
Sounds like I got my own 1983 to file.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right, baby girl. 1983 lawsuit. Hell yeah. But that's what we're talking about tonight, folks. It don't stop. They never stop. I do want to tell everybody thank you for whoever sent letters and emails on my behalf to the DRB. I truly appreciate it. And we're not going to stop here, man. We're not. And thanks to you too, baby girl, for all your work. Hey, folks, but I want you guys to imagine that for a minute, how it is to be in a box. And then, you probably go online and see how the cages are. I'm sure they got photos of the cages in Corcoran's shoe or these ad said cages somewhere online showing what it looks like. And you live like that. I've been living like that 9 years now. And, the only thing good I get to look forward to is seeing my baby girl and my mom, right? That's it. And, they want to take it. And then you got other guys that are similar situated like me, They don't have nothing, or they don't even have a baby girl. They might not have a mom or something.
Yeah.
And, and I don't know. But the thing is, it's like it's not what they say it is, man. It is
no,
not
I really feel for those guys, too, because they got no one on the outside. And they probably don't have anything on their books. And they, the hustle is not exactly, happening there in that locked up facility. They have to
there's not really a big hustle.
Well, I mean, they got to eat that nasty ass shit or starve.
I know, and it's fucked up. It is terrible. In a whole, you're limited, very limited, man, on any type of prison hustle, fucking making whatever. Like, I know guys, they'll take a sheet, cut it, sew it, make shorts, sell them on the yard, $5, right? That's their little hustle, man. Or they make picture frames, they get popsicle sticks, make little wagons, old Western cowboy wagons and shit. They make all types of little shells and little cool shit in your cell. That's the hustle. And, but being in the whole solitary confinement, you're very, very limited. Very limited. I wanted to share something with our folks. What's that, babe?
Toilet paper flowers?
Yeah, paper flowers, too. I've seen some of the most ingenious shit you can ever think of come from prisoners.
Of course.
I can make 2 batteries light a wire and make a fucking lighter with 2 batteries. I can make salt water light and make a lighter out of it. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I can do that. But, some of the most ingenious shit we sit here and we can figure out. Now, a lot of people are smart, man. You put your mind to it, you can do it. And that goes for the good, too, I met a guy that said he couldn't pass the GED, man. And I told him, yeah, you can. You just got to study 2 to 3 hours a day, every day. Do your math, because that's the main thing on your GED. And he did it for 50 days, and he passed it barely, but he passed. You can do it if you put your mind to it. But I wanted to tell our people something.
Yep.
Baby girl, me and you were listening to a little interview earlier. Outlaw, you know who it is. It cracked me the fuck up, man. Dude said, I guess he said their weapon of choice for them guys is a paper clip or a box staple. Right? And I about fell out of my bunk, bro. I fucking laughed so hard. My girl too, you know. And I cannot believe it that the guy said that on a fucking YouTube interview with Hector. That shit was funny, man. He said their weapon of choice for them dudes is a paper clip or a box staple. Oh my God. That shit was fucking beyond hilarious.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that shit's funny. I still laugh. But anyways, so what's cracking out there, baby girl? What we got going on in the chat?
Not a whole lot. King Kong was sharing how dreadfully hot it is where he's at, and complimented my artwork. Thank you. And a couple people from Canada touched in. And
Canada.
We got a few folks there, a couple lookers, and yeah.
You see Ken in there, my buddy Ken, and Kim K still not there?
Nope.
Kim K, bro, we're worried, man. What's up, man? Get at me.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
But it ain't like you.
Oh.
I hope you're well, my friend, and had a good holiday, you and Lucy, man.
Yep.
Outlaw, we sit in ours always, my friend, everybody. But yeah, me and baby girl just hanging out, waiting to see what happens next. Ron went to committee last week, and they took his tablet. So, I mean, come on, they took his shit from him. I don't know for how long, but I looked into Title 15, and he'll be doing a shoot for a little while. What?
Outlaw said, what happened to a rubber band between fingers with a rolled up paper ammo?
Hey, Outlaw, I swear, bro, that shit was funny, dude. That shit was hilarious, man. I mean, like, wow, okay. That's what you're working with. You're in trouble if you fuck with me.
It's more like
you're in trouble. But
someone here says I don't want to put a name. Says why are the guys not in the feds after convicted?
Okay, I'll tell you. Well, 6 years ago, the Attorney General in Sacramento, Eastern District of California, told our attorneys, upon convictions and sentence, these guys are being transferred to the federal prison system. Okay. Well, 5-6 years later, when it come time to doing it, they did it. They convicted and sentenced us. And the Bureau of Prisons for the federal system said, nah, we're not taking them. Fuck that. And here's why. Because they see the move CDCR is doing with a lot of the short corridor hunger striking prisoners. There's 5 indictments, now 6 up and down California in the last 4 years, and approximately 150 of us are from Pelican Bay short corridor hunger strikers. Well, the BOP, I think at first when it was just us on this case.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I think they were on board with just taking us. But then all these other indictments came out, and now you got 150 of us coming to their system, and they're like, oh, hell no. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Holmes. Let me call back.
Yes, the whole thing's so crazy. Just the whole thing. Seems like 90% of it was contrived or created by the institution itself. Okay, come on, call back. How you guys been? Thanks for showing up and hanging out and participating. We love to hear you. Hopefully as much as you love to hear us. Oh. All right, you're back.
All right, I'm back. So
Outlaw here says, hold on. Well, I don't want to put a name. Says they send theirs, and Outlaw said the feds never intended to send you to feds. It was a PR stunt to smut you prison activists up in the public. Ooh.
Absolutely, Outlaw, and I totally agree, bro. But here's the thing. So, we send ours back to everybody. Me and Ronnie and the rest of the fellas, we all send ours, and Ronnie's doing well. He said he sends his. So, we believe that, Outlaw, that the BOP never intended to take everybody. But I do believe at first, because there was only 8 of us on the indictment, or 8 of us on the indictment, coming from the state prison system, that they did agree, or they tentatively made some type of, okay, we'll take them. But then, throughout the process, 4 more years later, they started to see what was going on with all these other indictments. Fresno, L.A., another indictment out of Central California just came up, and a huge one came up down there in San Fernando Valley. So you got all these indictments now. And a lot of us are prisoners. A lot of us are Pelican Bay Short Corridor prisoners, other strikers. And then they started to see this plan develop, and they're like, oh, hell no, man, you got to bring them dudes into our system? Fuck no. And they fucked it. They said, nope. Well, on the North Daniel indictment, a few of my friends from that indictment, they're already in the feds. They were denied. The Bureau of Prisons for the feds said, no, fuck you, we're not taking them. Well, the Attorney General of the United States, the #1 law enforcement officer of the United States, said, fuck you, yes you are, and overrode the BOP. They had no choice. So they took them and put them in Colorado. ADX, Supermax. Now, how long they stay there in that prison, I don't know. I don't know any of that. I have no clue how that's going to go. So if they did it for them, I believe it's possible they're going to do it to us as possible. But I don't believe shit until I see it, man. And I was going to tell you guys a minute ago, when my buddy Ronnie went to committee last week, the warden told him, hey, just kick back, man. You got
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
The new warden told Ronnie, hey, just kick back, man. You guys are going to feds anyway, dude. They're waiting on you dudes to get sentenced, or some shit like that. So we kind of, if they're going to do it, they're probably waiting for all of us to be done in one major swoop, take us all. I don't know. But, hey, man, fuck them. I want my trial, dude. And I'm saying it right here for everybody's ears. When I took this deal last year in December, I told my lawyers and everybody else if I am here during the trial of my co-defendants in February, at the end of February, I want to attend trial. I want my jury trial. Now, I had serious surgeries I needed. Well, one main one and then another one that wasn't so bad. And I needed this spinal surgery because my fucking shit was bad. My spine was fucked up. My nerve kept getting trapped in between two bones, and it was killing me. And the feds used it for a whole year and kept denying my surgeries for a whole year. Denied. After CDCR approved it and set it up, cut me off my heart medication just so we can get it done. And then on the morning of the surgery, canceled 4 times, chance of a heart attack. Well, when I took the deal, I was told that if I waived the probation report, it'd get things done faster. The prosecutor would get it done promptly, and I'll be gone, and I could get my surgeries, and boom, that was that. Well, January came, still here. February came, still here. I got a number, though, for the BOP, federal prison. They gave me a prison number. March 1st, they took the prison number. The IGI came to my door, said, "You're not going." They refused you. They denied to take you. Unpack your shit, dude. You're not going. Boom. Well, folks, I'm still here. I was here through the whole trial. And fuck them. I don't want the deal. Fuck your deal. I have a right now to have my trial. And because they failed to uphold their obligation. And on my deal, letter number C, government's obligation says imprisonment in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. So, that's my deal. And that's the part of it that they failed on. The other part hasn't come through yet until 51. So, on that part there, with the imprisonment in the Federal Bureau of Prisons, if they're not going to uphold that, they're not going to uphold any of it. And they know, my attorneys know, and everybody else on my case knows, the other attorneys know, I wanted to go to my trial if I was going to be here in February. And I was told, and we were told that it's going to get fast-tracked, and all this dude had to do was get a signature or two, and we'll get me out of here, and I can go get my surgeries.
Oh.
Quack. So that's the whole skinny, man. That's the whole skinny right there. But we'll see what happens. I got court January 14th. And I don't know. I think I'm going to be here. I don't think they're going to move me. I mean, they don't really do shit in the month of December anyways as far as transfers. They shut shit down. And I mean, look, it is what it is. I want my fucking trial, man. I have a right to have that damn trial. And, hey, they are the ones that fucking buck. They're the ones that didn't keep their word. So, I want my trial.
Oh, it'll be a hell of a trial, too.
What, babe?
I said it'll be a hell of a trial, too.
Oh, my God. Get your popcorn, outlaw. I go to trial, bro. Get your motherfucking popcorn. It's going to be very interesting. Muy interesante. Oh, shit, baby girl. So, man, what's going on, baby girl? Look, folks, you guys got any questions, any comments? We're going to wind this one down. We're going to wind it on down, man.
Just here scribbling till it takes shape,
Yeah. Hey, what's up with that shit we were listening to? That CMF warden, man, doing all that weird shit, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Financial misconduct and stealing and sexual misconduct. Oh, my God. What
And then
the fuck is going on?
right, and then he retires like conveniently right after being made warden or something.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Mm-mm-mm. They got some weird shit going on over there.
Oh man, these small
All over
towns though, they really
CDCR.
turn into Peyton places.
I know, man. That shit's
Oh.
crazy. Man.
Oh,
But
BP
yeah, man.
Slick here has something to say about it being a PR stunt. Okay, well, doesn't like
Who
that.
said that?
Yeah, BP Slick said a PR stump. Derp.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a PR stunt with them. You bet that. In fact, Nate Gartrell, a reporter, told me that in 2019 he attended a press conference when they put it out there that they're taking us to the federal prison system. And he found his notes or something, or he found the recordings of it or something. I don't know.
Well, let's get back to the facts when Deering was like hungry for a conviction on a man who wasn't even doing anything.
Right. Yep. And he was lying. Deering got caught lying and shit. Fuck. Lying like a motherfucker, man. Why is it that? Why is that? Like, why do cops get to lie and fudge the truth and not get charged for perjury? But if you citizens do it, you're getting 5 years in the federal prison system.
That doesn't make sense to me. They should be the example, not the excuse.
Right? Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna uphold the law, you should have to live by the law.
Right. Yeah.
Outlaw says the snitch tube community is gonna be scared if you go to court.
Hey, Outlaw, I'm subpoenaing all them motherfuckers, bro. I'm gonna put every one of them cocksucking rats on the fucking stand. Every one of them that's had my name in their mouth. Homie Hangout, mainly you. Jack on J, you too. Whoever else. Have my name in your mouth with your bullshit slander. You're going on the stand. I got something for you. We're going to make you famous. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Oh, no.
I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah. I mean, hey, if they want to be on here doing IGI's dirty work, they want to prance around with their little tutus on and beg for money with my name and my friends' names, and they want to lie and push the agenda squad and dump their chest on how many shoot terms they've done and how much work they put in or didn't put in. You know how that goes. They're the hero of their own superhero story. Yeah, I'm going to send you a subpoena.
Outlaw.
And my attorneys and my investigators will do that.
Outlaw just said he's going to send you some documents that just might help.
Get on, Outlaw. Fuck yeah. Shoot him, bro. Hell yeah. Whatever can help, man. I highly appreciate it. Highly appreciate it. But yeah, man, I'm going to put them on the stand. And we're going to see how they like their faces being exposed to the world. We're gonna see how they like their real names being exposed to the world. And so hey, keep running your mouth. Whoever you are, wherever you are, keep lying to the public. Keep doing what you do, and I'm gonna put you on the stand. And you think I'm bullshitting? Watch. Watch. Yep. I'll be your Huckleberry, I promise. But other than that, baby girl, we got any last comments or questions. We're gonna wind this one down, folks. I sure do appreciate y'all, man, and you.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
To join in the conversation.
Right.
You know?
No, it looks like the folks have said all they've got to say.
All right. Well, with that right there, man, we send our best. Tim K, man, get at me, bro. Ken.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Outlaw. King Kong, everybody is tuned in. I can't see your name, so my wife can, though, but I send my best to the worthy, and you guys are worthy, and I send my best to you guys, and I hope everything's well in the GP land, in the TSOA land, and GP world, man. You guys recognize what they're doing, because I'm telling you right now, they're starting their fucking movement. They're starting their gossip. They're starting their bullshit. Just slam us all down in these shoes under a fucking bullshit safety concerns. Watch. Just like they got around the Castillo case years ago, 20 years ago.
I don't want to put a name. Thank you for putting it out there. And he's going to get cut off here. Yep. So, all
right, take care, folks. All my love and respect to the worthy. You know who you are.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up. We love you. Take care. Have a good night.